Hi guys, Claudia Boleyn here, and I wanted to make a video because the last two have really helped me, and I feel like this is like a lifeline for me, and it's just really helping me a lot to talk. I just have a lot of stuff bottled up and stuff that so much stuff that I wish I could talk about that I can't anyway, but you know, the things that I can, it helps just to get it off my chest, even if not completely, you know, just holding on to like my truth. Like, that's such an overused phrase, but just knowing that it's okay to have, you know, my voice and my situation and my story, and I don't need like outside validation, which sounds weird because I'm putting it on YouTube, but in terms of like, all I need to do for me is to acknowledge it, and with some stuff it's like I don't want to think about it, and I haven't wanted to think about it, but I don't have to like get lost in it. I can just I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm really sorry. I guess I'm thinking about like Diana again. Like, Diana, I think, had borderline personality disorder as well, and the way that she held her own experience and her own truth, and that was okay. That was all she needed. You know, she knew, and she got help, and I don't want to hurt anybody. There is so much more that I wish I had the guts to. There's a lot of stuff that I wish that I could tell you. There's a lot of stuff that I really do wish I could talk about, but I just think like, what's my reason? All I need to do is just express myself and like lighten myself, and I don't know, like I said before, I just have this horrible feeling. I just have this feeling that like, what if I never got the chance to say this stuff? Like, what if I never could say it? And I'm not going to go into, you know, I'm not going to go into detail. Like, I don't want to hurt anybody or get anyone in trouble, or I guess I just don't want to bring it up. Like, there's a lot of stuff, like, I don't know what to say. There's so much stuff I wish I could talk about. I don't want to cause, I mean, in an ideal world, like, imagine if you could just speak, and it wouldn't hurt people that you care about. But I don't want to cause, I don't want to hurt people. I don't want that. That's not my aim, and that's not what I want to be very careful not to do that. That sounds so stupid, because if it was somebody else, I just love the people I love a lot, and I want their lives to be happy. I don't know, I'm sorry. I really don't know what, I don't know why, I don't even know what I'm saying, I'm so sorry. I did want to say that I am so grateful for your comments, because I have spoken about some things that I've never spoken about before. And just to have that, like, and say, you know, that that's part of my experience, and it's okay, you know, it's part of my experience. And I mean, I use YouTube like this because I need to talk to someone, I need to vent sometimes, but I'm just like, I feel like I do not deserve the amount of kindness that, like, I appreciate it so much, and I wish that you knew what it meant to me and what it means to me to talk about it's just a lot of stuff that I spoke about in the other videos, and that's not all of it, and it just means a lot that that people were sending me such nice messages, and I really wasn't very well at all, and I was reading them. They were coming through to me on my laptop, and it just really means a lot. Thank you so much. I really am grateful. I'm sorry I haven't replied individually, but it means so much to me. And you know, I love my family so much. You know, I really love my family. I'm really close to, I mean, like, I'm so lucky in so many ways, and I just have to remember, and like this stuff, everyone has stuff anyway. Everyone has stuff, and I don't know what to say. Sorry, I have a cup of tea here that's like, just like, sort myself out. I'm okay, by the way. I'm just crying a lot at the moment. It just suddenly comes over me, like, and this is actually okay. I can deal with this. It's fine. It's just the night time that's like, I really love my family, and I want to be here for them, and I just, like, I've been following the Gabby Petito case. I think I already told you that, and it really upset me to see her family, you know, on the appeals for her, and how much they missed her, and like, I really don't want to be somebody that you know how much I love my family. My grandma and granddad are so close to them. Like, they're not just my grandparents, they're my friends. We're so close. You know, like, I can just chat to granddad. I can just talk, and we just laugh, and he's silly, and it's just brilliant. And grandma is just amazing. Like, when I first got ill, she brought me around. She brought me around roses. I have roses in a plant pot, and I got a card saying get well soon, and she's helped me with my open uni because I'm supposed to be starting my second part of my masters. And I've already said about how much I love them, and how much my heart breaks when things don't go well for them. And then I feel, and I'm not trying to cast any judgment on anyone who takes their life, because I understand it so much. So much. Thank you to that person who sent me the quote about the feeling of being suicidal, and people not understanding that it's not because you want to die necessarily, it's because in that moment the other stuff just feels so frightening that you feel like you have to make a choice, and in that moment, in your head, because you're ill, it feels like you're going to make the right choice, and that's to go because the other stuff's too much. But I just have to remember, like, granddad's 80, like, in a week, next week. I'm actually making him something at the moment. I'm doing him like a cross stitch. I'm not sleeping really, so I've been doing this cross stitch for granddad. I don't know if it'll be ready in time, but I like to do grandma and granddad art and things like that, and embroidery, and like, we're really close. And recently, I haven't seen it yet, but Mum told me that I did this sketch, this A3 sketch of me and grandma last year, like a coloured pencil sketch, and the grandma's had it framed, and she's got this wall in the house of like art that I've done of like me and grandma and me and granddad and Dan and stuff. I just don't, it would destroy me to think that I had caused my family pain, because I already know how difficult it is for them, you know, with me being like this, because not because they love me and it hurts them, that I'm hurt just like it would hurt me if it was one of the others. I do not want to ever, I don't want to do that to my family, and I don't want to do that to Dan, because, you know, Dan is my favourite person in the whole world. There's nobody I love more, and I don't want to leave him. I don't want to leave, like, grief on his life or anything. I want to be a good big sister. I want to be able to be there for him throughout his life and support him, because it's, like I said, when I was younger, I really did. Like, I was like a second mum. We went through a lot of stuff. There was some difficult stuff. And right now, Dan, in a lot of ways, you know, he really helps me. But I want to be there, like, and be there to support him like I used to, and, you know, I just want to be there with him. I don't want to put my family through their grief, like. So I know I have to fight this, and I know that as much as my head is telling me one thing, but I know I'm ill, like, it's because I'm ill, and I just have to keep telling myself that, like. I got a message from my friend the other day. This is my really close friend that I've known since we were young. I call her sister, like, we're like family. It was the most lovely text, like, so kind. And I guess I can't help but feel selfish, and that's part of the illness as well. I know that's part of the illness, because I need to think about it as if it was like any other illness. Like, if it was any other part of my body, I wouldn't feel ashamed. And I'm not trying to say it's easy for people who have physical disability at all. It's not. But just in terms of, like, the way that I think about it, you know, I can't spiral and think, you know, and be full of guilt and shame and stuff, because I just need to get better so that I can be there again. And, like, grandma and granddad are, like, they're older now. They don't act like it or look it, but they're getting older, and I don't want to waste any time with them. You know, I just love them so much. I really do. Like, I can't even tell you, like, I love, you know, my mum and my dad too. Like, mum and I are quite enmeshed because of the way things were growing up and a lot of the stuff that happened. But we're so close. We're so close. And, like, my dad, like when I was little, I still have memories of when Dad was around, and, you know, I was like a little daddy's girl, and, you know, I feel, I really love my dad. Like, I don't know if anyone else gets this, but, like, I still, like, when I see him, it's so stupid, but, like, when I see him and he, like, gives me a hug, I don't know, like, it makes me want to cry, because I just feel like, I don't know, I feel like deep down I really missed him. I missed him for a long time, and it was just, I don't know, I just really, really love my family a lot. She says as she cries, but I do. And it's fine, crying is good, it's fine. It's fine to let it out. I don't want to do that to my family, so I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna stay. I have decided I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna stick it out. You know, yeah, it gets bad, but I just have to remember that I'm ill, and I'll feel better, and I felt better before. I will feel better again. And I'm gonna, you know, the only thing that's really helping me right now is, I feel like making these really helps. I was shocked at how much it helped. I didn't know. The first one I made, I was just desperate. And then I felt this feeling of, like, because there's so much stuff that I do talk about things on this channel, but there's some things I don't talk about. And some things I never will, because, like I said, I don't want to, you know, my family have been through, certain members of my family have been through some stuff. and they're good people, and you know, I love them so much, and I don't want to open like some can of worms. You know, when I'm fine, and I don't need to, I just need to, for me, in a space where I can get it out and just be, and just accept it and let it sit and just like not be afraid of it. And I'm sorry I'm being so cryptic, like, but I just wish, you know, in the perfect world I could just sit down and just be like, let me tell you, let me tell you everything. But it's not that easy. I know that I know I'm quite damaged, like, and I don't know, there was a tweet the other day, and I saw it, and it said something like, you know, they say that hardship like makes you stronger, and the person was like, well, actually it makes them sad because they think of the person they could have been, and sometimes I think of that because I do wonder, like, is there a parallel me where things were different and I was different? But then I think, you know what, I am lucky, and I'm so close to we're a very, very close family. It sounds stupid, but like, it's an honour to be so close to, like, grandma and granddad, everything to me. Really, I can't even express, like, I love my grandma and granddad so much. And to be so close to mum, like, obviously in some ways it's been bad because I haven't been myself, but in other ways, you know, I've got somebody that I love and that I understand, and that's artistic and empathetic, and like, my mum is the sort of person that will stand up and say something even if everyone else is afraid to say it. And that's not because she's brave in the sense, like, she's quite shy, actually, like, when she doesn't like that stuff, she just feels morally compelled to do it, and it's because of her, and it's because of my grandma as well. Grandma's a socialist, and like, I remember grandma when I was younger, I always remember, whenever I was out with grandma, if we ever saw a homeless person, if we ever saw someone selling a big issue, grandma would always give, every single time, no questions asked. One time we were somewhere and someone asked her for money for a train, and so many people would just walk past and be like, oh, it's a scam, and grandma gave the money over. And I wanted to know why. I was younger, and she said because it's not for, like, us to judge, and if someone is asking for the money anyway, you know, if they're doing that and they're going to get a lot of people being horrible to them for it, it doesn't hurt her because she has a couple of pounds, and, you know, what does it matter? It would just go on a coffee or something, you know. And I'm so lucky to have Dan, because I do, like, link us, like, I've got my Pietro and Wanders behind us, also all my medication, that's not even all my medications, but that's some of them. I'm so close to Dan, and like, I can't wait to be better so that I can, you know, have fun with Dan and be the sister that I want to be that supportive sister to Dan again. And you know, it does hurt to cause Dan, like, the stress. I mean, it's been so difficult for him, but you know, it must be awful for him, you know. We're so close, we're best friends, we have each other's backs, and like, no matter what happens, like, we can't even stay mad at each other. Like, when I was first getting ill, when I was first heading into my breakdown, we had an argument, and I really wasn't myself. They'd changed my medication, so they'd upped my medication, and it had, like, made me more not, like, aggressive, like, I'm not that sort of person, but like, I was more like, maybe paranoid is the right word, you know, when you're just more like, you feel like things are getting at you and stuff. And like, we had this argument, and I got, like, really upset, and like, we can't keep up arguments, like, it just doesn't work. Like, we love each other too much, like life's too short to, like, hold grudges, and we've seen grudges, like, destroy, like, parts of, well, you know, there's a strength in kindness and in forgiveness and in, like, and in intent and understanding people, and we just knew because of the situation with, you know, one of my uncles and my mum, like, what my mum has been through as well, like, that situation, it just made us, like, more, I know sometimes in life I feel like things are there for a lesson, you know, I feel like it taught us how to just be there for each other as a brother and sister, like, I don't know, I'm very, very glad to have Dan. Sorry, I think I just cut out, but I'm feeling okay, I'm okay. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm so lucky that Dan and I are so close, and, like, he's, you know, he means so much to me, and, like, my whole family do, and, you know, what I truly, truly want, I just want my family to be happy, like, I really, really want, if I could fix everything for, especially for Grandma and Granddad, if I could fix everything for them, then I would. You know, I guess everyone, like, kind of thinks like that, but I don't know. Yeah, I do want to get better. I'm just going to keep telling myself that. That I want to get better, because I will get better. There's still good people in the world, there's still kind people in the world, and when I'm, like, you know, sometimes I feel so, do you ever just feel, like, ashamed to be alive? Like, that's how I get sometimes. Like, I feel so overwhelmed with shame that I just feel like I feel ashamed to be alive. Like, that's it. It's not even that, I don't know how else to explain it. And maybe you might feel the same if you, I don't know if you get that, but some of you probably do. And I'm sorry if you do. I'm really sorry if you're that person. But yeah, sometimes it's just, like, inbuilt, like, I just feel ashamed to be alive, and I just, like, I don't know, it's like, sometimes I just really hate myself, like, I really, really hate myself. And then I have to, like, try and be compassionate towards myself, because I didn't root the hatred there. I didn't put that there. You know, my dad lost his mum, my grandma Bibi. She died in the January before COVID. And I couldn't do that to him. You know, I just feel like, you know, I have to try and think, like, if I did do something, then, you know, people blame themselves. They shouldn't, but people do, and I just can't put that heaviness on people. I mean, when it's time, right? It's just, everything has a time, and like I said before, like, my challenge is to get to my time. I just have to try and not be the one to do it. And I feel like I'm fighting myself all the time. I feel like I'm in this, like, struggle, and I feel like sometimes I feel like I'm trapped in my body. Like, I'm trapped in it, and I just want to get out. Like, I want to, like, break it open and get out. I just feel like screaming. Like, it's so painful, but psychologically, I can't describe it. And I've had the feeling since I was little, because of stuff. I guess it just keeps coming back, and I have to just live with it if I can't get rid of it. If I can't get rid of it, you know, just live with it. And talking helps. Like, it really, really helps. And I'm so grateful to you. I'm so, so grateful for how kind you've been. I haven't really been answering because I am, like, all over the place right now. It's hard to explain. Like, one minute I'm, like, I'm watching a YouTube video and I'm like, because I'm pretending I'm not real anymore, and it's like, it's okay because I'm not real and I'm not here and I don't have to think about it. And then I remember that I'm me and that I'm myself and that I'm in my body, and I feel like shame, guilt, hatred, and some of it's deserved, some of it's not deserved, and it's hard when you're in that state to even think rationally and think about stuff and think, like, you don't have to feel that way about that, because that bit wasn't your fault and all that stuff. It's hard to explain, I'm sorry, I'm not explaining very well, but I definitely do want to be here, and I'm going to get my novel published, I'm going to finish my MA, I'm going to finish my Masters. I want to be able to call myself a Master of the Arts. You know, I've said before, like, I've always been academic. I love studying, I really do. Like, I love writing, I really love it. Truly, I don't mean that in like a... I don't think it's nerdy, like, I think it's just, I think everyone has something they really like, but it just so happens that I love studying, like, I love writing, and honestly, it makes me the closest to happy that I will ever get is when I'm writing and I'm losing myself in that. Apart from when I'm laughing with Dan. Sometimes we'll just watch a film together. Like, we'll just be... I remember Dan called me, they announced Russell T Davies is coming back to write for Doctor Who, and for us that was just incredible, like, it was so happy, and Dan, like, called me from work, and we were just, like, screaming at each other down the phone, and I feel like for like that phone call I was almost myself again for a while. And so these things, there are, like, moments where I'm kind of back to me, but they're short. But they are there, and they weren't there before. So, you know, just keep going and keep talking, and the talking really does help. Like, I can't tell you how much it helps. And I'm sorry if I'm, like, maybe you're here for, like, something else on the channel, and you're like, why is she just, like, talking about cryptic stuff to do with her childhood, and, like... And it must be frustrating, because, like, I know it would be easier if I could just, you know, if I could just say, you know, everything properly, but it's just too complicated, it's too messy, and I love my family. I really love my family. So yeah, I just don't want to do anything that would hurt them, and sometimes even talking about certain things you don't want to tell people because it might hurt them, because it's easier for them not to know sometimes. I had a conversation with my mum the other night. I still haven't told her all of it. But sometimes I think we just... I guess in some ways, like, it's almost like it's, like, horrible for me, and it's, like, kind of, like, really hurting on the inside, but you also know that if other people know, then it will create emotions in them, and things become more complicated for them, and they can't think about stuff the way they did, and, you know, guilt and all that stuff. But yeah, I want to be like Diana and just, like... I'm not a royalist at all, but, like, and be able to just, like, have my own truth and know myself, even if it's just me that knows, like, I know, and that's okay, you know, it's okay, I can sit with it, and it's fine, and, you know, I can deal with that, I can work past it, and I can get through this. Okay, I'm gonna go. I love you so much. I'm just sorry. I'm just sorry for being all over the place, really. I guess there's just so much. Sometimes you just get to a point in life, and at a certain point, and things just explode out of you, and maybe it's because they need to. Even if it's not completely, you know, like... So many, I don't know, I just wish, I wish I could go back now. I wish I could go back, time travel, and find my young self and have her back and protect her and say all those things that I didn't say or didn't do, or I wish I could, like, be there, like, you know, do you ever feel like that? You just feel like you wish you could just be there, and, like, it's easier to protect someone that's, like, not you. Like, it's harder to do those things for myself. I don't know, but I wish I could go back in time and just have that little kid's back and just change it and sort it out and just, I don't know. But there's no point in like going back over it all. There's no point. Like sometimes I think, oh, you know, like just put it all out there, and then I think, well, what good would it do? Like, what good would it do? Yeah, okay. I love you loads. And I don't love me. But the people that I love me. So that's okay. That's okay. I wonder if, like, I've always wondered if people ever actually do get to a point where they love themselves. Or if they just, like, it's one of those things where you just tell yourself and then you convince yourself it's true. I don't know. Like I said, like, to be completely honest with you, I just feel, like, ashamed to be alive and ashamed to exist sometimes. Like, I just feel sickened with myself. Sometimes I just feel, just existing makes me feel sick. I don't know, maybe some of you get it. Maybe some of you get it. Probably some of you don't, but... Anyway, okay. I love you loads, and I will see you really soon. I know I really do love you, and I will be fine. Like, I will be fine. Please don't worry if, like, sometimes I might post videos, I might be upset, sometimes I'll be fine, and, like, it's just... I'm just taking it, like, bit by bit, you know. Yeah, just trying to stick around and get myself sorted out, and I'm sure I'll get better, because it's just that the issue is in the mind. The issue is in the mind, therefore it's harder to sort out. If it was an issue with the body, then I could use my mind and be like, okay, let's sort this out. There is a way out, and not, like, out. Like, there's a way to deal with this. There is a way to deal with it. It's fine, I can deal with this. Like, I know I can deal with this, and I will deal with this. Like, I will. I don't care. Like, I will deal with it. I'm gonna be here, and, like, be here for Granddad's birthday and Dan's birthday, and, you know, I'm gonna be there, be with my family, and, yeah, okay. I love you loads, and I'll see you soon. Bye.